Yes, dear ladies and gentlemen, I'm much honored to be present among you all on behalf of company Kosmonte Foods, considering that many of you are important personalities for economic environment in Balkan and Europe. There is a tendency by many of us to invoice the impending global food crisis to the invasion of Ukraine by Russian authorities. However, food crisis as it relates to food shortages and problems with supply chain started to come in effect during the pandemic COVID-19. Nevertheless, after the invasion of Ukraine, it was clear that the economic effects and supply problems will be felt all over the world. This is because both of these countries are major global suppliers of grains and many other food products. We have been warned by a humanitarian organization that prices will go up and people around the world will face inflation. All of these obstacles that we have been worried about are turning out to be real now. This holds true even for a small country like Kosovo because we are heavily dependent on imports. The price of most of the products which we import as a Kosmonte Foods has been increased. Therefore, inflation is felt in every home in Kosovo. I believe the burden of inflation is heavier in developing countries like Kosovo because a considerable amount of family income is spent on food. In our case is 26%. The conflict in Ukraine has amplified the inflation in Kosovo because together with Russia, they are some of the largest producers of wheat, corn, fertilizers, sunflower oil, and so on. Regardless of the food crisis and problems we are facing as a country and as a company, we sympathize with Ukraine and understand that what is happening there to the innocent people is unjust. We were able to speak freely on this matter because as a Kosovars we had a similar fate more than 20 years ago. The company which I represent, Kosmonte Foods, cooperates with two well-known companies in Ukraine whose employees we have offered housing and a safe place to work in Kosovo. Of course, we are very proud that we have been able to offer such help to our valued partners. What I want to specify is that the war in Ukraine has undoubtedly opened old wounds for the citizens of our country, and those the economic impact has been felt to a great extent, just like in the whole Europe. As a company that distributes food products, we have been faced with an increase in prices from our suppliers throughout Europe, due to the consequences that the war had on medium and small farmers, which directly has affected their production. The impact of the entire supply chain by the occupation of Ukraine has also called into question the possibility of meeting market demands in other countries in Europe, but which are not part of the EU, such as it is Kosovo. Kosmonte Foods, as a leader in the distribution of food products in the Republic of Kosovo, has an excellent cooperation with the institutions of the Republic of Kosovo, where we have coordinated activities to increase investments in production and ensuring that we have a regular supply of food products during the winter, which is predicted to be difficult. For this, Kosmonte Foods it is in constant communication with partners from all over Europe to ensure that the supply of food products is stable, just as it was during the COVID-19 pandemic, when we supplied the Kosovo market in a regular basis with essential food and dry and fresh food. The return of peace to Ukraine after the unprovoked invasion by Russia is necessary as soon as possible, so that economic peace can also prevail and our economy returns to normality. We at Kosmonte Foods remain committed, regardless of the circumstances, starting from the COVID-19 pandemic and now with the invasion of Ukraine by Russia, to offer only highest quality products to offer them regularly in the Kosovo market and in compliance with all standards of EU. Finally, I wish those who are in Kosovo for the first time welcome to our beautiful country, and I thank you all for your presence and your attention.